Day starts with a coffee and ends with a wine. Takes forever getting ready, so she's never on time for anything. When she gets that come get me look in her eyes, well, it kinda scares me the way that she drives me wild. She drives me wild. Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve. Yeah, she's crazy, but her crazy is beautiful to me. She makes plans for the weekend, can't wait to go out, till she changes her mind, says let's stay on the couch and watch TV. And she falls asleep. Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve. Yeah, she's crazy, but her crazy is beautiful to me. She's unpredictable, unforgettable, it's unusual, unbelievable, how I'm such a fool. Yeah, I'm such a fool for her. Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve.
Oh, you're so beautiful.
We were taking bets on what you were gonna say.
Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you.
I knew you were gonna cry.
I'm not quite there, but I'm getting there. Oh my God, and look, it's as beautiful as anybody's ever looked in the entire world.
That looks so good.
So good. Thank you for picking whatever was just off my nose right there.
With your smile so warm.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's crazy, right?
It's surreal. It doesn't...
Look at
What got stuck?
that was my veil.
You just can't have it easy, can we?
You look so good.
I'm just trying to be on par with you.
So good.
That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Be on par.
You do.
That's all I want to
You
do.
are. You are. You're getting makeup on your suit.
Jess got makeup on my shirt.
Yeah, I heard. I heard you
Did
hugged
you
her a
tell
little
you?
too hard.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's great.
What are you going to do? I told him, it's like, it's alright. I'm going to leave Jack this time anyway, so it's okay. How are you?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
I'd roll.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm not going to do a damn thing at this
I
point.
know. Doing the damn
That's
thing.
it. That's all we got.
It's great. It's
Real. It's really surreal. Also, we could not have.
There you go.
We really couldn't have.
Or people are looking down on us.
They are. I said a prayer for all of them right before.
Yeah.
I did. Hi, Dinks.
You know who this is? You open them? Yeah. Do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, you go first. Okay. I'm not ready.
As ready as we'll ever
I mean,
be.
I am, but I'm not.
Maria, here we are, sweetie. We made it. From the Jack and Maria Bowl in Alabama, to a Caesar salad dinner date at the White Oak Tavern, to April 9th, 2019, and to all the stops in between, we made it to today, our wedding day. It's October 3rd. I can go on and on about how much I love you, how much you mean to me, what you have done for me as a man, and more importantly, as a human being. But if there's one thing I really want to say to you right now, it's thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for loving me for who I am. Thank you for bringing out the best in me every single day. Thank you for making me a better person. I don't think I was ever truly complete as a man until you came into my life. You are truly everything I've ever dreamed of in a wife, a life partner, and most of all, a soulmate. I played a lot of sports in my life, played in a lot of games, placed a lot of bets, and you will forever be the best one of my life. Maria, sweetie, Riri, and now, wifey. I can't wait to spend forever with you. Throughout my life, I've hit some bumps in the road. I battled through some tough storms, and I would do it all over again, times 1,000, if it led me to you. Maria, I promise to love you every second of every day for the rest of my life. I promise to honor you. I promise to cherish you. I promise to always put you first. I promise to never forget to tell you that I love you. I promise to always love golden retrievers. I promise to be the husband that you deserve. Being your husband will forever be the greatest honor of my life, and I promise to show you that every single day. Now and forever. A quote that has meant a lot to me over my life is "Stay Gold," from my favorite book, and one of the only books I've ever read, The Outsiders. Stay gold means to remain innocent, pure, and true to yourself. Hold on to your inherent goodness. Stay gold, Maria. A life with you is a golden life. I love you more, forever, and always. Stay gold. Oh, dear God. My heart's beating so fast.
I bet it is. We haven't even, we're not even in front of people yet. You ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, Jack. Who would have thought the two of us would be standing here today getting married? If someone had told me back in high school that one day I'd marry somebody that I'd gone to school with since 6th grade, especially Jack Fleming, I would have thought they were absolutely crazy. I never imagined that one trip to Tuscaloosa, Alabama would change my life forever and for the better. I don't even know how to fully put into words the love that I have for you, because no words can truly describe it. It's a feeling that I have, a feeling of being home. From the very beginning, I never had butterflies or nerves with you. I was worried at first, but I came to realize that the reason I never felt that anxious-like feeling was because you made me feel so comfortable and so at peace. With you, I could be my truest self. It felt like I had known you my whole life. One of my favorite things about us is the friendship that we share. We could be absolute goofballs around each other, knowing how to make the other laugh. We could also pick on each other because we both know we only pick on people we like. But when the hard days come, we have one another to lean on and be each other's safe place. You are my rock, my best friend, my forever. You've seen me at my very best and my absolute worst, and somehow you've managed to bring light to even my darkest days. You always know how to comfort me when I'm sad or anxious, whether it's by making me laugh or simply wrapping me up in one of your big hugs. You love me even when I struggle to love myself, and I promise to always strive to be that person for you too. I can't wait to see what our future holds. Renovating a house, getting a puppy, or starting a family. I'm so excited to do it all with you. No matter what, I know everything will be better with you by my side. Being with you is my favorite place to be. So today I promise to always be your biggest supporter in everything you do. I promise to love you each and every day, even when you're cranky after a Ravens loss. And I promise to be your favorite pain in the ass in all the best ways for the rest of our lives. I love you.
I love you. I love you so much. They'll got up the puppies.
I know.
Oh shit.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
This is
This is special.
My heart's beating so fast.
I know.
Everyone, please rise. Please take your seats. Good afternoon, everyone. First off, let's all take a moment to appreciate how incredible this day is. The sun is shining on this beautiful venue. The couple looks absolutely stunning. And as of 20 minutes ago, despite Lamar Jackson being ruled out for this weekend, his injury is not believed to be season-ending. The AFC North is still up for grabs. On behalf of the bride and groom, I would like to thank all of you who are gathered here today to celebrate with them. When discussing the wedding with Jack and Maria, they told me this. They said, "Our family and friends mean absolutely everything to us. We wouldn't be here without their love and support. There's a lot of them, hence the guest count, but we are so incredibly lucky to have all of these amazing people in our lives. So please, give yourselves a nice round of applause for being here today." They also said if you haven't gotten them a gift yet, you still have until the end of the day before they write you off forever. So get on that. For those of you that don't know me, I'm newly ordained minister, Riley Flanagan. I'm Jack's older cousin, and my role is to help guide this celebration. And when Jack and Maria asked me to officiate, I was beyond excited. I was a little too excited, if we're being honest. We were on a family vacation to Disney World when they asked me this. And in my excitement, I ran up to a random family nearby and said, quote, "Hey guys, I get to marry my cousins." Can you believe it? I get to marry my cousins, end quote. I can confidently say that I ruined that family's vacation. But that didn't stop the joy I felt from being asked to officiate the marriage between two of the most wonderful people I know. Now, anyone who has spent time with Jack or Maria individually can tell you how amazing they are as people. And there's no denying their individuality. They're special. But anyone who has spent time with them together knows they are truly outstanding as a couple. Jack brings energy, humor, and warmth. Maria brings strength, thoughtfulness, and a steady heart. He makes her laugh, she keeps him grounded, and together, they bring out the very best in each other. They stand before all of us today not just as two people who are celebrating their love, but as an example of what building a life together can truly look like. And that's something that I, as well as everyone here, admires you guys for. I mean, you're great as a team. You're great together. However, before we officially celebrate who they are today, let's take a look at how they got here. Oh boy. Oh boy. There we go. Every couple has a love story, and Jack and Maria's is nothing short of beautiful. Now, it's not a flashy Hollywood love at first sight story, but it's a story of patience, perseverance, and building something real. Jack and Maria went to middle school and high school together, but somehow in those 8 years, they never had a single interaction. Crazy. I don't know how that's possible. They knew of each other, but they were in totally different circles. Now, according to the couple, there may have been an early sighting at a graduation party where Jack may have been shotgunning beers. Now, if I were a betting man, I would wager every dollar I own on the fact that Jack was indeed shotgunning beers at a graduation party. But we cannot say for sure if they met that night. Now, their story officially begins a few years later at the University of Alabama's infamous Fratsgiving, as BF told us about last night. That's when they finally talked, and Jack got Maria's number. After they exchanged info, Maria wasn't entirely sure it would lead anywhere, but Jack actually followed up. And look where we are now. So let that be a lesson to all of you out there. Never forget the age-old quote, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. Now, their official first date was at White Oak Tavern in Ellicott City. Yeah, Jesus indeed. I've been told it went really well, except for the fact that Jack ordered a chicken Caesar salad, which threw Maria into full panic mode because she had not planned to order a salad. And everyone knows, except for Jack apparently, that on a first date, if one person orders a salad, the other person has to order a salad. Charlie, remember this for your first date, okay? So Maria scrambled and ordered a chicken Caesar salad. It's a good salad. It's a good, so hang on. I love this particular detail in their story because nobody likes chicken Caesar salad. It's a meal that takes like 5 minutes to eat. But despite all that, they sat talking for nearly 3 hours. And then when Jack drove Maria home, they sat in his old Ford F-150 for another hour, talking and laughing like they'd known each other forever. A glimpse of what was to come. From there, their bond grew. It was slow at first, and admittedly, it took some time for them to get on the same page. Conversation was on and off, but through their honesty to each other and their commitment to getting to know one another, they continued to build their relationship. After it finally became official, they took the next step in dating and began traveling together. Couples will understand this is one of the first true tests of a relationship. Together, they went all over, taking trips to Charleston, New York City, and various Ravens games. They went to Denver, Turks and Caicos, and various Ravens games. There were even several trips to New Jersey, Ocean City, and shockingly, a variety of Ravens games. And through it all, they continued to grow as a couple. Then, in 2022, they took their next big step and bought a house together and started renovating it side by side. Now, if you've ever renovated a house as a couple, you know it's the ultimate relationship test. Right? And yet, despite any chaos or stress that arose, these two worked together to literally build a home together. And through that amazing process, they've become so strong in their love. And that is why we're here today. That house became the perfect place for Jack to propose. On August 2nd, 2024, the day after his birthday, Maria thought they were going to dinner to celebrate and probably not get chicken Caesar salads. But instead, Jack got down on one knee in the home they had built together. Maria's family and friends were hiding inside, ready to surprise her and capture the moment. It was the perfect mix of joy, shock, and love. And I believe that house is the perfect metaphor for this love story. Jack and Maria's story teaches us something important about love, that it doesn't always arrive like lightning. Sometimes it's more like a steady fire you build, or a house you renovate together. You gotta go one step at a time, or more specifically, one water-based stained piece of wood flooring at a time. I guess that was a pain, right?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Now, they say an officiant is supposed to give words of wisdom when it comes to love and marriage, but truthfully, you two should be giving all of us advice, honestly. I will say this, though. Marriage isn't about grand gestures every day. It's about patience, teamwork, showing up for each other, and laughing through the messy parts. It's about continuing to be someone who makes even the smallest moments feel meaningful for your partner. It's about allowing the other person to be themselves around you every day. It's about being understanding and brightening the other's day when they need it most. And today, Jack and Maria stand before you because they already do all of that. They've already built the foundation, and now they're choosing to keep building together. Building both their lives and the remaining bathrooms in their home. And now, here we are, with all of you gathered in this beautiful place to witness the next step. Jack and Maria, today you promise in front of everyone who loves you to continue building a marriage filled with patience, laughter, and love that deepens every year. All right. Do you, Jack, take Maria to be your lawfully wedded wife? Do you promise to love her, to honor and cherish her, in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, for better or for worse, forsaking all others, and to be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Good answer. Do you, Maria, take Jack to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to love him, to honor and cherish him, in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, for better or for worse, forsaking all others, and to be faithful to him for as long as you both shall live.
I do.
Chase, may I have the rings, please?
I got you.
Thanks.
Teamwork. Which one's yours?
There you are, sir.
Don't I put this one on? That's mine.
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
It's only my second time. All right. Jack, as you place this ring on Maria's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed
I thee wed
and pledge my love
and pledge my love,
now and forever.
now and forever.
Maria, as you place this ring on Jack's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed
I thee wed
and pledge my love
and pledge my love,
now and forever.
now and forever.
Sick.
Sick. Sick. Sick.
Good job, guys.
Thanks, man.
You guys ready? Yep. All right. Jack and Maria, your story started at Fratsgiving. It grew through salads, road trips, house renovations, and Ravens games. And today, you become something even greater. So, by the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church.com and the state of Maryland, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Jack, you may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Fleming.
River strong, you can swim inside it. We could string some lights up the hill beside it. Tonight the moon's so bright, you could drive with your headlights out. 'Cause a little bit of summer's what the whole year's all about. You look fine, fine, fine. Put your feet up next to mine. We can watch that waterline get higher and higher. Say, ain't it been some kind of day? You and me been catching on like a wildfire. Don't get up just to get another. You can drink from mine. We can't leave each other, but we can dance with the dead. You can rest your head on my shoulder if you wanna get older with me. 'Cause a little bit of summer makes a lot of history. And you look fine, fine, fine. Put your feet up next to mine. And we can watch that waterline get higher and higher. Say, ain't it been some kind of day? You and me been catching on like a wildfire.
I got a rock from the river in my medicine bag. Magpie feather in his medicine bag.
Say, ain't it been some kind of day? You and me been catching on like a wildfire.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Oh, shall I stay? Would it be a sin? Oh, if I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. Oh, for I can't help falling in love with you. Oh, like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Won't take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Oh, for I can't help falling in love
wanna get ahead of myself, feeling things I've never felt. It's kind of hard for me to explain her personality and everything. Brings me to my knees, oh. She shines me up like gold on my arm. I wanna take it slow, but it's so hard. I love to see her face in daylight. It's more than just our bodies at night. But she's really tempting me, oh. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? I'm scared to death that she might be it, that the love is real, that the shoe might fit. She might just be my everything, and beyond space and time in the afterlife. Will she have my kids? Will she be my wife? She might just be my everything and beyond. I wanna bring her round to meet you. I think you like a candelina. I know that grandma would have loved her like she was her own. She makes me feel at home, oh. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in?
A seven-nation army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind.
Let's keep those hands going as we welcome our bridesmaids.
Because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And a message coming from my eyes says, leave it alone.
I was like, good gracious, ass audacious, flirtatious, trying to show patience. I'm waiting for the right time to shoot my steam, you know, waiting for the right time to flash them keys. And I'm leaving, please believe in me and the rest of my heathens. Checking out a lock at the top of the Four Seasons, penthouse, rooftop, birds I'm feeding. No deceiving, nothing up my sleeving, no teasing. I've been looking at you from across the room. About time I got my nerve. Hey, you might tell me, boy, hell no. But hell, what can it hurt? 'Cause I just wanna spin you round and round this dance floor, get you drunk on a love like mine. Might wind up and steal a couple kisses, get your digits if I can find a right line. Well, you don't do feelings, but baby, if you're willing, I'ma do my best to change your mind. 'Cause the way you stole my heart without a sign, girl, it ought to be a crime. Got a pretty good feeling I'm taking you home. Gonna love you with all I got. But before we slip out into the night, I just want one more shot to take your hand and spin you round and round this dance floor, get you drunk on a love like mine. Might wind up and steal a couple kisses, Get your digits if I can find a right line. Well, you don't do feelings, but baby, if you're willing, I'ma do my best to change your mind. Cause the way you stole my heart without a sign, girl, it ought to be a crime. I fought in some bars, broke in some hearts. I ain't never done nothing this bad. Yeah, with one look at me, you became my disease. They don't make no cure for that. And I just wanna spin you round this dance floor, get you drunk on a love like mine. Might wind up and steal a couple kisses. Get your digits if I can find a right line. Well, you don't do feelings, but baby, if you're willing, I'ma do my best to change your mind. Cause the way you stole my heart without a sign, yeah, the way you stole my heart without a sign, girl, it ought to be a crime. I just wanna spin you round tonight. I just wanna spin you round.
Let's keep those hands going for the new Mr. and Mrs. Fleming.
To wake up, even up all night, lying there in bed and listening to his newborn baby cry. He makes a pot of coffee and splashes water on his face. His wife gives him a kiss and says it's gonna be okay. It won't be like this for long. One day we'll look back laughing at the week we brought her home. This phase is gonna fly by, so baby, just hold on. It won't be like this for long. 4 years later, about 4:30, she's crawling in their bed. And when he drops her off at preschool, she's clinging to his leg. The teacher peels her off for him. He says, what can I do? She says, now don't you worry, this'll only last a week or two. It won't be like this for long. One day soon you'll drop her off and she won't even know you're gone. This phase is gonna fly by if you can just hold on. It won't be like this for long. Someday soon she'll be a teenager, and at times he'll think she hates him. Then he'll walk her down the aisle and raise her veil. But right now she's up and crying, and the truth is that he don't mind as he kisses her goodnight and she says her prayers. He lays down there beside her till her eyes are finally closed, and just watching her, it breaks his heart, 'cause he already knows it won't be like this for long. One day soon that little girl is gonna be all grown up and gone, and this phase is gonna fly by, so he's trying to hold on, 'cause there won't be like this for long. It won't be like this for long.
there's a light that glows by the front door. Don't forget the keys under the mat. When childhood stars shine, always stay humble and kind. Go to church 'cause your mama says to. Visit grandpa every chance that you can. It won't be wasted time. Always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Know the difference between sleeping with someone and sleeping with someone you love. I love you ain't no pickup line, so always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When those dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Yeah. When it's hot, eat a root beer popsicle. Shut off the AC and roll.
First of all, just give a round of applause for Riley for that ceremony. Absolutely crushed it. Had no doubts. But like you mentioned in the ceremony, family and friends are like the most important people to us. And that is all of you guys. So we really just wanted to thank everyone for being here, and we would not be here without the love and support of all of you. So we're excited to get the party going.
It's party time.
Let's go! Let's have some fun. Thank you.
All right, and last but certainly not least, let's welcome Brian Plano, our father of the bride, to the microphone.
Wow. I see a lot of love in this room. It's awesome. So, I want to thank everybody for making the trip here. And for those that work, which is probably most of this crowd, thanks for taking the day off, 2 days off. Appreciate it. It means a lot to this beautiful couple right here. One thing I'd like to mention, there are some relatives that aren't here with us, but they are with us. They're in here. That's my dad. That's Angie's mom. That's Jack's grandfather and grandmother. So
I just wanted to say a shout out to them. A big thanks to Jack and Julia. That's Jack Grote and Julia. Roll, Todd, roll. We went to you heard about the story where we went to the Iron Bowl and we had Fratsgiving. You know, I'm a family man and I had a hard time going at first, but now I could say I was with family. So it was beautiful. So one memory I remember from that night is this gentleman drinking a beer in 1.5 seconds. It was incredible. At the time, I didn't know I was going to be your father-in-law. You started off here. But through the next 6 years, what I've seen, the way you guys look at each other, it's incredible. I love you both. And, you know, it was a great event, and let's get this party continued. Let's go.
How's everyone doing tonight? That was rhetorical. You didn't have to answer that. Just kidding. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea, but you may also know me as Dinks.
And I'm Julia, and we're Maria's sisters.
We have the privilege of standing here today as Maria's maids of honor. And while that title is incredibly special, the one that means the most to us will always be Maria's little sisters. Before we begin, we just wanted to start out by reintroducing the people who are most important here tonight. We know them, we love them. They're honestly the main reason why we're here tonight. So let's give a round of applause to the bartenders!
In all seriousness, we're so happy to be here to celebrate Maria and Jack. I mean, they have Alabama and myself to thank for that. And Mo, shout out to Mo. Roll Tide roll. Might hear that a few times tonight. Back in November of 2018, I know you might have heard this story before, but the Plano and Fleming worlds collided. I was excited because my family was in town for the Iron Bowl. Jack Grote, one of the groomsmen, went to Alabama also. So our families decided to do a Fratsgiving in the Beta frat house together. The Flemings are close with the Grotes, so they decided to tag along. And we hung out in the frat house to eat our Thanksgiving dinner. Dad got to play pool all night, so it was great. And then Jack was convinced to show off his 1-second beer chugging skills.
Definitely caught Maria's eye, by the way.
And after the game, we all decided to go to a rooftop bar, and I will never forget Jack coming up to me, and he told me, he said, I want to take your sister out on a date. Then he corrected himself and said he's going to take her out on a date. So, while I was friends with Jack in high school and always knew how genuine he was, I wasn't so sure Maria was going to go for the guy that we remembered looking a little bit like Lord Farquaad. But shout out to Table 17. Maybe go take a look if you haven't seen it. But I'm so thankful that she did, and I couldn't be more grateful. During the early stages of them dating, there was a moment that truly stood out to me. This is when I believe that Ree really started catching the feels. She called me and said that she wanted Dad to meet Jack. I was like, well, he did in Alabama. And then she replied, no, the real Jack, the one that doesn't just chug a beer insanely fast. At this moment, this is when I truly realized that this was something serious. This was something special because Maria does not take bringing home a boy very lightly. And let me just say that it didn't take long for the Plano family to realize what an amazing addition he is to our family and how big of a heart Jack truly has.
When I first met Jack, we didn't go to high school together. I'm a little bit younger. I thought he might be a little out of Maria's comfort zone. To my surprise, I couldn't have been more wrong, which isn't always, that's not always the case, but whatever. Jack, your love for Maria has been apparent from the start. And honestly, it didn't take long for you to start to feel like family. You've been there, not just for Maria, for all of us. You drop anything to help one of the Plano girls. You're the first to text us anything if you're thinking of us. To give us a hug. Just to say, yeah, anything. It's like you were always meant to be part of our family. You become the best big brother I've always wanted. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I just want to talk about sports and SpongeBob. Jack, I never thought any guy would be good enough for my big sister the way that she deserves, but you exceeded that expectation and more. And writing the speech has been one of the hardest things we've ever done, because if you know anything about our bond as sisters, stop crying. It's nearly impossible, to put into words what it really means and what it's meant over all these years. We literally don't know life without Maria. I mean, we're the youngest, so she was born first. I've been jotting down notes since before Jack even proposed. I'm a little sentimental like that. And I realized I've been writing this speech the past 23 years. If you're lucky enough to know Maria as a friend, just imagine how it feels to know her as her little sisters.
Ree, we've always looked up to you, and you've been an incredible role model to the both of us.
Other than the time you chucked a remote control at Julia's head and we trapped ourselves in the laundry room to escape.
You've always been the one to set the bar high for us.
Maybe a little too high.
You have determination.
Like when you got through the house renovation madness,
You show kindness by being a light in everyone's life around you. And you always have your little sister's best interests at heart by telling us how it is when we need a truthful opinion. While you will always be our sister, you are also our best friend, our cheerleader, just like my mom, our teacher, and sometimes even our bossy second mom, which we love you for that.
Maria and Jack, there's no denying in the way you look at each other. Your love, your kindness, Jack's ability to deal with your pain in ass is something truly special. You both bring out the best in each other.
Now let's raise a glass to our beautiful sister and our now brother.
Love you both so much.
Let's keep that round of applause going for Julia and Andrea Plano. It is my pleasure and privilege to introduce our matron of honor, Shelby Murtaugh.
Ooh, hello, everyone. So many wonderful people here tonight, and thank you, Jules and Dinks, for that beautiful speech. I apologize in advance. I will probably cry. So, for those who don't know me, I'm Shelby Murtaugh, and I grew up with Maria. I've known the Plano family for 27 years, and before I had memory, I had Maria. While I was too young to recount the story of how they officially met in the Waverly neighborhood, I've been told our parents shared many evenings of eating slowly prepared dinner on Big Jack's time, having backyard barbecues with little ones running around, and maybe burning out a blender or two making drinks. I think of Miss Angie and Mr. Brian as my second set of parents. And while this is a speech for Marie and Jack, I just want to take a moment and really appreciate how lovely these two are and how much their support and guidance has meant to me and everyone in this room over the years. Now, it's no surprise with how amazing the Plano parents are that they raised some pretty fantastic children. Andrea is curious, hardworking, and witty. Julia is thoughtful, creative, and has a heart of gold. And Maria, she looks pretty fantastic in that dress. But really, as I was writing this, I was having a really difficult time finding the words to fully capture who Maria is and how much she means to me. I mean, this woman is the embodiment of sunshine, and there's not a word for that. I checked. There are so many different ways that I could describe Maria: kind, loving, thoughtful, driven. The list goes on, but I thought I'd take the time to highlight a few. Since we were 2, Maria has shown kindness and compassion to everyone, except for a few Sims that we may have accidentally drowned. Her way of showing up for others is rooted in such genuine thoughtfulness, and I can think of no better example of this than when my family moved at the end of 7th grade. My dad had just passed away. I was 11. There were a lot of changes happening, a lot of really scary ones. Not only did Maria show up for me emotionally, offering me a shoulder to cry on, but she worked with Callie and Julia to put together a whole slideshow with photos, videos, and quotes from friends and families that highlighted all of the memories we had made in Maryland together. Not only did they make this 10, honestly, probably 20-minute long video, but they set it up to be projected on Callie's garage door a few evenings before we left and invited the entire neighborhood, friends, and family to join us in celebrating our friendship. I have the memory of a goldfish, but that memory is ingrained to me in my core. Another one of Maria's traits that I admire is her consistency. While fate may have led us to meeting one another, it was Maria's commitment to showing up for her friends that kept us nearly inseparable for 3 decades. Most of us here know how much stuff can happen in almost 30 years. Elementary school, middle school, yikes. High school, bigger yikes. College, and now into adulthood, Maria's been there for it all. And it's not that just Maria is there, she's a part of it. The way she touches the lives of those around her, whether it's through friendship, delivering babies and helping moms, being a loving daughter and granddaughter, or being a wonderful partner, Maria has a way of being everybody's rock. Now, to everyone's surprise, I'm sure, I had some pretty high standards of who I thought my best friend could date. I was making sure some important criteria were met. My main ones are as follows. They had to have a gentle heart. They had to treat her like the princess that she is. They had to be a really fun time. And they had to be a millionaire. I figured as long as someone met the first 3, the 4th one could be negotiated on a case-by-case basis. It was really difficult to envision someone who, at least in my eyes, would be worthy of Maria until I really met Jack. I've technically known Jack since middle school, but we never really ran in the same circles. When we did talk, he was always kind and polite, a little bit of a troublemaker every once in a while. When I got the text from Maria that she had hung out with Jack over Thanksgiving break while visiting Julia at Bama, I figured it was kind of like a catch up with someone you haven't seen in a while kind of vibe. But shortly after that, I remember Maria and I walked around DC for hours, and all we talked about was Jack. What she should do, what she should say, all of these things. It became quite apparent that this was becoming something more, something no one expected, and something that makes the most sense in the world. Going from MRHS classmates to close friends, I feel like over the last few years I've learned a lot about Jack and his family. The Flemings are a fantastic bunch who were welcoming and kind to me from the start. They all share a love of life, of family, and most importantly, of the Ravens. Even when they're 1 and 3. It's no surprise that the youngest Fleming is such a wonderful person as well. Jack is authentic, generous, and fiercely loyal. The way Jack is able to both be the life of the party and also have the most down-to-earth conversations with you is a talent he has truly mastered. Sorry. But by far the thing I love most about Jack is how he loves my best friend with his entire being. I have seen the way he treats her with such gentleness, with patience, and with genuineness. While Maria is not a difficult person to love, he has truly perfected the art. To wrap things up, there's a quote that I'd love to share from the movie Shall We Dance by the great Susan Sarandon. We need a witness to our lives. There's a billion people on the planet. I mean, what does one life really mean? But in a marriage, you're promising to care about everything, the good things, the bad things, the terrible things, the mundane things. All of it, all of the time, every day. You're saying your life will not go unnoticed because I will notice it. Your life will not go unwitnessed because I will be your witness. Maria, you are my sister, my best friend, my sunshine on a rainy day, and I'm so unbelievably happy for you as you embark on this next chapter of your journey with the love of your life. Jack, my sweet friend, I hope you enjoy growing old with her as much as I loved growing up with her. Here's to the two of you witnessing each other every day for the rest of your life. Cheers!
Let's keep that applause going for our matron of honor as we welcome our best man, Mr. Chase Sanchez, to the microphone.
What's going on, everybody? Ton of beautiful speeches between last night and today. It's going to be tough to follow up with, but we will let it go. The first thing I would like to say is I would just like a round of applause for how amazing Maria looks tonight and how amazing she is as a person as well. The Plano family looks absolutely amazing as well. Molly, Miss Felicia, you guys look great. BF, got some work to do. We'll get there. When I was planning out this speech, the first thing I Googled was what not to talk about at a bachelor party. For a best man speech. And they said, don't talk about the bachelor party. So we're going to talk about the bachelor party. Specifically, I got a Speedo with Jack's face on it, and I wore it at the house at the pool. And every day since the bachelor party, Amir has texted me and said, hey, can you send me a picture of you in the Speedo? And I said, no. But, Amir, for you, Jack, Maria, as Keon would say, happy birthday, brother. The next thing I want to do is I have a couple stories that I feel like really encapsulate Jack as a human being. Yeah, I'll take this off now. It's my head. Leave it on. First one is when I first moved to Baltimore, Jack's the kind of guy who gives his shirt off his back for the people that he loves. He got me a job at Safeway. We worked together, and the reason I wanted to just say that is because that's really putting your name on the line for somebody, that's really vouching for somebody, and that speaks to Jack's character for who he is and how he feels about the people that he loves. So that's the first one. The second one, everyone's giving you a pretty easy time tonight, so we're going to mix it up a little bit. Jack looks great tonight. For big nights in his past, he's been hit or miss. 21st birthday, Bibby's Pub. We're sitting there. Jack's got a beer in front of him. One of our buddies pours a shot in his beer. Jack chugs it, thinking it's just a beer. Gets a little sick. Has an accident in the Bibby's bathroom. But then he runs home, and I had to chase after him. So I'm looking around, there's a lot of exit signs. So if anybody sees Jack going to the bar and not looking too good, please get in front of those exit doors. Don't let him get out of here. The third story I'll tell is I texted Jack a couple of months before the wedding, and I said, when did you know that Maria was the one? And his response to me was, I had two moments that I'll point to. First one was the early COVID days. As much as I love being trapped in 605 with the boys, there was probably a 2-month period where Maria and I didn't see each other at all. I think at that point I started to realize I didn't want to spend another day without her. Said the second one, which I think sealed the deal, was when I brought her to my cousin Danny's wedding in New Jersey and she met my Jersey fam for the first time. It was also the one true time she got to meet my pop. She fit in so perfectly, everyone loved her so much, and watching her just have the brief, meaningful interaction with my grandfather was the moment I was like, yeah, I'm gonna marry her. Now we'll mess with him again. You guys know Jack. You know he loves his Ravens. He loves his beer. Every once in a while he gets on a sports book or two. 2011. Tim Tebow's taking on the Steelers. Jack made me a very specific promise that I will not say on this microphone. But Tim Tebow did win that game and Jack owes me something. Then the fifth and final story I'll tell is obviously he grew up with Jack, and I spent a lot of time, went to, a handful of his travel baseball games growing up. Big thing with that was always, I want to see Jack hit a home run. He never did. However, it gets nice seeing the man that you've grown into, that BF and Miss Felicia have raised. I couldn't love you more. Seeing the beautiful bride you have, the life you've built for yourself, the house you guys have had together, everything you got going for you. It took a lot of years, but you hit that home run, brother. I love you.
I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths, Achilles and his gold, Hercules and his gifts, and Spider-Man's control, and Batman with his fists. And clearly I don't see myself upon that list. But she said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss. Just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. I want something just like this. I can miss. I want something just like this. I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Where'd you wanna go?